ML Labs 2.0. I'm so hyped. I'm so ready. 2.0 is going to be sick. It's going to fix the game. It's going to bring all of the crops to life immediately. It's going to feed everyone. We're all going to get free houses. I'm not going to have to work for 11. Speaking of 2.0, I saw something fun that a mutual did. Are you guys familiar with Home Depot Temkin? Home Depot. I imagine you say it's Home Depot Temkin, right? Because it's Home Depot. I don't know how to say his fucking name. His name's too long. Yeah, he made a list of characters that they basically want to play in 2.0. You can literally see it here. I don't know where they found the tier list maker with the jam picture, because I really want that one, and I can't find it. But they were basically like, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I'm excited to play. This is blah, 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 blah. And all that shit. And I wanted to steal content because that's what good YouTubers do. So we're doing that now, immediately. So, yes, sir, tier list. It's gonna be tier list season soon. Soon. Come on, gamers, tier list season. Y'all love tier list season, don't you? Everyone loves tier list season. There's not a single person who hates tier list season. The slot machine churns. The slop machine, it churns for thee. Fill it through, streamer, fill it. So, we have a tier above this that we're not going to be talking out, but like, day one checkout. These are characters that I'm super, super excited for. Now, a lot of these are going to be characters I already play, but there's going to be a couple that I'm not really familiar with. I'm just really interested in the changes that they're going to get and how that's going to affect them. So these are the ones that we're going to check out day one. If major changes. These are characters where, like, I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of invested. I'm sort of there. But if it's, like, nothing happens and they just lose Wild Assault and get some compositive buffs, then, like, I don't really give that much of a fuck. You know? B is if reworked. We already know the characters that are going to be going in here. But, like, if a character gets a substantial rework, I think it's worth just checking them out a little bit. Just to see what it's like. Just to see how it changes. Probably not. This, characters that would need to have a lot. Like, a lot. Like, a lot. You would essentially need to be a different character for me to actually touch this character. You know? And then, nope. I'm not touching them at all. And then, of course, there's a tier above this. And you already know what the tier above this is. It's Jam. It's Jam. It's Jam, baby. Jam is gonna be like day one play. It's gonna be really interesting. I kind of want to stream just a shit ton. Like a shit ton when 2.0 initially comes out. Just so we can do so much shit on Jam. And then for like, once I've got my fill of Jam and Toast, I can go and play the other characters that I'm interested on. But we're going to be playing so much fucking Jam the moment 2.0 comes out. I've got a series in my brain that revolves around this character. And unfortunately for me, because I have fucking dumb content brain instead of smart content brain, it's going to take a long time. I have waited 5 years for this character. If you don't know, fucking before Strive was even properly out, I was asking for Jam. I fucking love this character. I played her in XX. She was my plus R main for quite a while until I started playing Sol. I played her a tiny bit in XR, but I don't like the XR iteration of Jam that much. She feels a little bit, like, too clunky for me. She feels a bit too weird. But, like, it's been so long now and my chasing characters have changed so much that I'm probably down for, like, a new iteration of her. I like the changes they've been showing. I've really been liking the changes they've been showing on Jam. So, if you like Jam and you want Jam content, you're in the right place. If you don't, I heard Lord Knight's pretty good at streaming nowadays. You should go watch him a little bit. I heard he's playing everyone. She's your main character. We'll have to see. But, like, in the past historically, yes. Her and one other character have been my main in the old Guilty Gears. You'll have to see. How's Jam going to be like? She seems like she's going to be hyper-aggressive, high-damage, rush-down character. So we obviously don't see the damage in the trailer, but she has, like, a full-screen step Like, if she had a Geo step dash that went full screen, she has that as a special move. She has a parry. She has enhanceable specials that historically lead to very big combos. She's going to be very unga-bunga in your face, do a lot of damage, which I really like in characters. I really, really like being in your face and just doing a shit ton against you. Kind of similar vein to Slayer, maybe a bit less mix-up heavy, but we'll have to see. She also has like a unique defensive option with the parry. I hope the parry hits lows. I was told that apparently the XR version of the parry loses to projectiles and lows. So I'm like, oh, that's not good. So I really hope it's not just mids and highs, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Let's get the obvious ones out of the way. We were just playing her in bracket. No matter really what happens to Geo, we're going to be checking out the changes. I don't think Geo's going to be changed that much. I don't think Geo is going to really be iterated that much upon. It would be cool. Like, when Geo got her new move, she really differentiated as a character. But I highly doubt she's in line for a rework. And I highly doubt she's in line for anything massively game-changing. I think she's just going to get a couple of adjustments to deal with the fact that she doesn't have Wild Assault anymore. And as you probably saw, Geo doesn't really use Wild Assault that much anyway. It was kind of a nice way to get people to the corner, which Geo doesn't necessarily need that much. I don't think Geo's going to change too much. Historically, Geo has been like slightly nerfed in patches, but we'll have to see. I hope they keep the commandable frog. I hope so too, Electric, but you never know. But yeah, we're going to be checking out Geo just because, like, I think she's a nice baseline. You know, she's my baseline. I've played her since the game came out. It's going to be nice to really see the general vibe of the update while playing Geo. So I'm very, very excited for that. Alongside that, Unika. I haven't played Unika in a while. It's been quite a bit. I haven't really played Unika since they nerfed Orange Wild Assault, because I felt like the character just really fell off. Like, she used Orange Wild Assault a lot, and it was kind of cheap. Don't get me wrong. Like, using Orange Wild Assault and Unika was kind of cheap, but it helped her quite a lot. So I'm really interested to see how they change her now that that's gone and now that she's, like, less prevalent as of a character. I really hope they give her a way to go kind of crazy with stuff. If I had my dream Utopia, she would be able to do enhanced specials off of 2Ds, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That's like fucking pie in the sky type shit. But if they do something like they make her a little bit faster, or they make her stuff a little bit more consistent, they make it easier to get into stands, hell yeah. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm down to see whatever they change anyway, because she definitely needs something, you know? Unika's speed buff and she's Thanos. She's not that fucking strong. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Baiken is a little bit of a weird one, if I'm honest. Because it's been so long since I played Baiken properly that she has changed so much fundamentally as a character. Like, the character has been developed so much that she has become super reliant on, like, setups and Oki and tech. I'm not entirely sure if I want to go back. So, like, if they majorly revamp this character, if they do something massive to her, I might be like, okay, let's check her out again. But as it stands right now, I don't really have the, like, motivation to go back and learn everything. I still like Baiken a lot. I think Baiken's really fun to play, and I really enjoy the time I had with her. Like, the seasons that I played her, I did really enjoy it until the later bits where she just kind of kept getting nerfed. But, like, I don't really have as strong of a connection with her in the current moment as I did back then. So I don't really have, like, that strong of a go check her out. Maybe if, like, you know, the rest of the cast isn't really interesting to me, I'll go back and see how it is. But I'm not that interested currently. As for Slayer, he's kind of in the same camp. He's a little bit higher up than Baiken. I'm probably going to check him out relatively early. Like, I like playing Slayer, and Slayer's very stupid. But he's not, like, a character that I can consistently play. Like, I feel like I'm actively like losing brain cells the more I play this character. So I'm like, you know, I'll probably check him out. Take that as more like a day 2, like a later down the line I might play Slayer. Like after a week, we might go back and we see the Slayer changes. But like day 1, probably not. We're probably not going to check out massive Slayer changes. First stream, if I give you the follow. I also don't think he's going to be changed that much. I think Slayer's in a very, like, as a character, he's in a very rounded spot. He kind of has everything that he does, and he does it well. And the things that he doesn't do well, he doesn't do well. So, like, I don't think they're going to massively change him. If they do something absolutely insane, if they add, like, backdash cancel, then I'm going all in on Slayer. But as it is, I'm probably not going to be checking him out immediately. But we will see. And that's basically all the characters I've played in the past. Over 5 years, I've played 4 characters. That's really funny. So getting on to the cast I haven't played. We gotta check him out. We have to. We have to check him out. Like, okay, it's not Sidewinder. It's not. But it's close. That new move that they gave to Sol, it's pretty close. It's pretty close. And I've been saying, like, I'm looking for an excuse to play Sol bad guy. I play him in plus R to this day. Like, if I ever play plus R, I end up playing Sol. When I played the tiniest bit of Xrd, I played Sol. I feel like it's just nice to have him rounded out, you know? I play him in every game that I can, and he's just kind of there. Please don't just be a follow-up move. If you can do it raw in the air, if you can do that new move raw, oh my fucking god, I'm absolutely playing this guy. If you can do that shit raw, I'm going to find the most unoptimal combos, and that's going to be me. That's just what I'm going to do. Especially after fighting Scripter today. Like, I see it. I get it. I understand. I understand why Sol's fun as fuck. And I really want to play more of him. Like, oh my god. Whew! Strive Chip got so fun. I hate him in the beginning because he's in a tightrope was so good. A shit out of that. You know, I'm like not that big of a Chip guy. But I kind of see it. I'm going to put Chip in probably not. But I understand why people think he's cool. Like, I don't think Chip's going to get a rework because, like, why would he? But, like, I fuck with Chip, you know? I think he is much more of an interesting character nowadays than what he was before. Because he used to just kind of be like a runaway pixie character who had decent mix. And now with Rope, he's just so much more interesting. He's so much more fun to watch. He's so much more annoying to fight. But he is fundamentally more interesting of a character. I do think he is in line for the firing squad because he's very good right now. Like, he is... Oh, he is very strong right now. But personally not into that kind of, like, pixie playstyle. I like my characters to be a little bit beefier on the healthy side and do a little bit more damage on counter hit. Not that Chip doesn't do damage, but, like, damage I fucking absolutely adore. Yeah, no, I think he's very interesting. I don't think they're going to rework him. I think they found a good place for Strive Chip, but he's not my kind of character. He's not really that kind of thing that I'm interested in. Jacko? Yeah, Jacko's a no. Listen, okay, I'm just not a big Jacko guy. Jacko is a character that's very good if you put a lot of time into her, but I'm not that interested in learning all that. Even if they completely change her, I don't think I could find a way to be interested. It's also the thing of if they, like, rework her to add the houses and shit like that. Like, it's just not for me. She just ain't my character, you know? She just ain't for me. And that's fine. I think it's good that she's not for me. I think it's good that there's characters that are like... like, there's some characters you do genuinely just look at on a character select screen and you just go, I don't care. Like, I couldn't care less. How about Leo new cross-up button? You know what? Leo gets his own tier. Leo gets his own tier. My feelings on Leo Whitefang are so complicated. I don't know. I hated him with a burning passion when Strive first came out. And I do generally not like charge characters, but Leo's charge is so short that it doesn't really fucking matter. It's not like Venom, where I'm constantly doing a charge, like, all the time. I just don't have the motivation to play him, you know? Yeah, it's also the thing of, like, he's been so strong for so long that I'm just like, I don't know. Like, if I'm on Leo, either he's been changed to a point where I'm like, I kind of fuck with that now, actually. I kind of fuck with new Leo. Or something has gone disastrously wrong to get rid of all of these characters. Like, he is 7th in line. He is very much up my alley, but I'm just not that interested in him compared to other characters. There's other characters I would rather play than Leo Whitefang. Speaking of characters I would rather play than Leo Whitefang, I feel like we need to address the sunglasses man a little bit. When Johnny first came out, I kind of fucked with him. I thought he was kind of fun, but I didn't really, like, play him too much, and I went back to Baiken very quickly. And then I just kind of, like, never picked him back up. And I kind of think his Strive game plan's not that interesting. It really felt like he was Baiken with a resource. So he was Baiken with card, which was the problem I had a lot. But now Baiken's moved in a more set play kind of direction, and Johnny's moved in a more, like, sort of zony kind of correction. Then I'm like, yeah. If they, like, massively change how he works, I'll probably give him a shot. This isn't like they should give him coins back. This is like, I'm just not that interested. Like, he just really, really doesn't vibe with me right now. Like, a lot of the things just aren't that interesting. I do think he's gonna get massive changes, because he relied very heavily on Wild Assault for, like, his combos and shit. We'll have to see. We'll have to see how they change him. I hope they make him into more, like, of a show-offy, aggressive kind of character, and less into a mid-range, lethal, like, bully. But we'll have to see. Like, he's on the table, you know? He's there, he's on the table. Not really that lethal, you say. Fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. He's not really, like, that high up for me right now. Just because of that, I'm not gonna play Ram. Ram's never been a character that's interested me that much. I just can't fuck with, like, the sword gimmick that much, honestly. Like, I have to fight Siren every month. I've had too much trauma from this character to pick her up at this point. Like, even if they massively change her, I'm just not that interested in playing Ram. I've got Unika for a lot of the things that I would like in Ram, with more stuff that I'm also interested. Ram's got the giant normals, Unika's got the giant normals. Ram has guard crush pressure, Unika has guard crush pressure. Does Ram have dash cancel instant overhead? Kinda, but not really. And, like, I feel like anything that I would get out of Ram, I get out of Unika. And I get it in a way that I prefer much more. As for balance, I do also think she's up for a couple of shots. Maybe, like, I don't know if she's gonna get shot as much as everyone says she is. But I don't think that they're gonna, like, let her get away, you know? I think Ram is very much in the potential of getting kneecapped in the patch. But we'll have to see. Brisket time? I don't really think I could see myself playing Bridget. She's very close to, like, the if they rework her, I might give it a shot. But I don't think they're gonna, so she's just gonna stay in probably not. I don't like the hit and run playstyle that Bridget really, like, categorizes. You know, she's very much like a poke you with giant fuck off normals, put something on you that allows you to get mix-ups. Does the couple of mix-ups, and then the moment that stops working, she goes back to zoning you out, which really is not what I like. If I get a knockdown on you, I want to be able to keep that pressure going for as long as possible and not have to get away. That's always been Bridget. Yeah. Which is why I don't think they're going to rework her. Which is why she's in Probably Not. Like, it's that kind of playstyle, and it's not really my kind of thing. So, I ain't going to play her, you know? Yeah, I think she's in a decent spot. I don't think she's, like, overly strong. I wouldn't even really say she's, like, too weak. I would say that Bridget is pretty healthy right now. I don't know if that's what you'd get if you ask a Bridget player, but I definitely don't think she's going to get shot. I don't think she's going to get massively changed. I think... Well, I kind of hope... I don't know what I hope. You know? I kind of just hope that she's fine. I hope that she gets to live. I hope one of the strays doesn't ricochet and hit her, you know? Because, let's be fucking honest, one of the strays is going to ricochet and hit Baiken, because it always fucking does. I think she's fine. I think she's in a very healthy spot. I don't think losing Wild Assault is going to be a massive nerf. It's definitely going to be a bit of a nerf, because she got blue. But we'll have to see. If I can weigh in, I think Faust is fine the way he is. Yes, are you summoning Izzy? I can see the summoning circle in the back chat. I know what you're gonna do. ABBA. I think ABBA is unironically up here. I like ABBA quite a bit. The only reason I never played ABBA is because one of my friends played ABBA constantly. And they hated it whenever they had to mirror match stuff. So I was like, fine, whatever, you can keep ABBA. But like, the longer as time has gone on and the less I've talked to that person, the more I'm like, I kind of want to play her. Just a little bit. Not like a crazy amount. But like, you know, a little bit. I keep it there. I think we need to change this tier. Let's do potentially later. And then like, let's add one above this. Yeah, hold on. We can sort this out. And this is big changes. This makes a lot more sense now. Like, I really like ABBA. I think ABBA is very, very interesting. If they give ABBA minor changes, and again, it's the same thing with Slayer, where if it's like, if none of these characters are really scratching that itch, I'll probably check her out. I might just end up checking her out, maybe after Slayer, just to sort of like I wonder if this character could fill a need that I have, sort of thing. But ABBA's always been very cool. I've always liked Stan's characters. I've just never really, like, invested time into one. I've always liked the concept of them, but I've never found one that properly scratched that itch. And ABBA is probably the closest to that. I just really don't like the Feast and Famine as much as I think you need to for ABBA. But if I learn to use the Feast more and less of the Famine, I think that I'd really, really enjoy her. I think she's in a good place, balance-wise. I don't think she's going to really change too much. I think she's going to be fine. We'll have to see, though. Elphelt. Honestly, if they rework Elphelt, I'll give her a shot, but... Right now, I fuck with Elphelt as, like, a character. I really like Elphelt, like, personality and design-wise. I just don't like playing her. I think she's just kind of not that interesting. Like, she's just... she's just okay, you know? On launch, it was kind of interesting seeing the character get developed and seeing everything that changed about her. But now it's just like... there's nothing that she can give me that I can't get from another character that also gives me other things. You know? Leo is slowly itching to the bottom of the barrel. There are now 8 characters ahead of Leo. Yeah, Leo ain't getting played. I do hope they rework her. I don't want them to give her, like, old bomb back or, like, shotgun stance, but I want them to give something different. Like, she's probably, like, the worst example of a Strive redesign. If someone like Leo is one of the better Strive-ified characters, where they get the exact same stuff, they just lose, like, a couple of less interesting tools. Elphelt is definitely, like, the worst of the batch, where it's like, this character is just completely changed. And it's like, I really hope that they fucking change a bunch of things about her. If they change a bunch of things about her, I'll probably play her. But right now, probably not. If Arxis doesn't rework Elphelt, it's over. From a top Elphelt player themselves. Thank you, Ruby. My world will collapse. She's just on her knees. Daisuke! Rework her! Please! Please! Who's next? Ooh. Ooh. Bedman. No. No. No Bedman for me. No Bedman for me. Too weird. Too strange. Too fucking weird for me. No. He's not my kind of character. I really don't like the feel of the follow-ups. I understand how Bedman works. And I think as a character he's really interesting in Strive. Like, I think the fact that you can play him basically in any way that you want, but every way is a little bit unorthodox, is fun. And I think it's really interesting. God, he's not my kind of character. It's really not my kind of character. I much prefer fighting a Bedman than I would ever like playing Bedman. With that being said, I like where Bedman's at. I think Bedman's really fun to fight. I think he's really interesting. I think every matchup he has a lot of layers to it, but you have to learn the fundamentals to get there. I fuck with Bedman a lot. I think Strive Bedman is a really cool character. I think he's awesome. I really hope he doesn't get changed too much. I've got no real bias in the Bedman thing. He's one of the complicated characters that I don't think is too strong. I don't really think he's that weak at all either. I think he's fine. That's it. That's all I really have to say. Bedman being fun to fight. I think he's more interesting to fight than some Strive characters. Bedman is so much more fun to fight than this piece of shit. I think Chaos has gotten more interesting over time. You can play Chaos in such a way that is so annoying. And I genuinely, modern day, I have to apologize about something. Modern day, I didn't understand the hate for Happy Chaos. I was like, he's gotten so much more interesting. He's gotten so much more fun to watch. He's gotten so much more fun to fight against. What's the problem? And then I watched Jack just clean house. I watched fucking Jack just clean house in the Arcworld Tour. And I was like, oh, that's why Americans fucking hate this character. I get it. Chaos, out of every character in the game, has the ability to just turn one fucking hit immediately into a hard knockdown and keep doing that over and over and over again. And it's like, yeah, no, that's fucking annoying. That is so fucking annoying. I think the EU Chaoses are a little bit more varied, a little bit more interesting. But Jack, while being an amazing player, probably the best player in the world, does make Chaos look broken as fuck. And it's like, yeah. Even with the rework might make him more of a zoner or more of a set play character. And that's not really my kind of vibe. I'm not really interested in that kind of thing. So I'm probably not gonna check him out. Genuinely, as simple as that. It's that simple. Where I'm like, You might probably be able to tell with the characters that are developing in Nope as well. I'm not really that interested in high execution characters either. And Chaos, despite what people will tell you, still has executional requirements. They're not the highest in the world, but he has, like, execution requirements that I'm not really used to. So I'm just not gonna do it. Venom. If they give him a heavy rework, like a heavy rework, I'll consider it. Like, okay, Venom has the potential to be really cool. Like, he has the potential to be so cool. That command grab that he has, where he turns you into a ball, it's kind of sick. It's kind of awesome. The way that you're able to, like, manipulate the balls with each other and move them around, it's kind of sick. It's kind of awesome. As it is right now, he's a Stinger bot. And that's boring as shit. As it is right now, it kind of shit. I would deal with the charge if he wasn't a Zona heavy. If he could play super fun rushdown or super interesting set play, I would deal with the charge. Right now, not dealing with it. How do you play Venom in this game? Venom's supposed to be like a snowball character that sets up a lot of things. So he sets up a lot of ball to constantly keep you in block stun and keep you locked down. As it is right now, he's a Stinger ball. Right now, the only thing you do on Venom is you send out Stinger into Stinger into Stinger. Because that's kind of all you can do. Like, once you get in on offense, you can kind of do a bit of, like, decent pressure. Yeah, he's a DMC fan. You can do kind of decent pressure, but it's not good. Yeah, I think if they really find a way to make him more interesting, I might check him out. Again, there's a lot of characters in front of him, and he's going to be at the bottom of if reworked. But, like, right now, nah. Right now, he's not even in probably not. He's in nope. I do think he's in for big buffs, though. I think... Oh, he's been so bad for so long. Leo before Venom? Well, you're not going to like this because someone else is going in front of Leo. Honestly. Yeah, no, honestly, I think Anji's above Johnny. Anji was like... He was my first, like, maybe kind of character. Where I was like, I kind of want to play Anji, but he was really bad in Season 1. Like, he was terrible in Season 1. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. But, like, as time's gone on, he's got a bit more interesting. I think he's more cool now. I think Spin being more reliable and Fujin being more interesting is cool. He's kind of just been outscaled, if I'm honest. And you could be so fun if he wasn't so unfun. Yeah. You're kind of right, Chill Penguin. Like, right now, it is just like he's been outscaled. And a lot of things I see the Anji's doing, it's not that interesting. Fujin into Fujin, it just kind of... This character could be so much cooler, you know? Like, it could be so much more interesting. But he's not. But if they give him, like, a massive change, not like a rework, but if they give him, like, a bunch of changes, not even, like, buffs, just changes, and he's, like, a new and fresh and interesting, I might check him out. But as it is right now, it's silly meat. Silly meato, you know? There's one block string and one combo and one special move, and they're all the same. Yeah. You're kind of right. Honestly. If they leaned away from Fujin a little bit, he'd be more interesting. As for balance, I have no fucking idea. Anji is not on my radar right now. I have no fucking idea. You could put a gun to my head and be like, where is Anji in the tier list? And you'd have to shoot me. I've got no fucking idea how strong or weak this character is. Judging by that, I want to say he's fine, but, like, I can't say. I literally cannot say. So, we will simply have to see what happens to him. A couple of you are gonna be, like, raising your fucking eyebrows at this one. I've talked so much shit on this character that if she actually gets a rework, if she actually gets the fucking rework I've been saying she needs, I need to put my money where my mouth is. This isn't like I want to play Dizzy if she's reworked. This is I need to play Dizzy if she's reworked. Huh? If she's, like, completely changed and they address all the things that I've said, by obligation, I'm gonna have to check her out. Like, if they change a shit ton about this character, I am actually gonna have to play her a little bit. Just so I can tell. Like, I played her a tiny bit on release. She's really not my kind of character. And I highly doubt a rework is going to make her my kind of character. But I've talked so much shit that I'm going to have to check her out at least a little bit. She either needs to lean on a specific thing that she then becomes good at, or they need to, like, give her more tools to be more interesting of a jack of all trades. Because right now, she really is the master at nothing. She sucks at everything. I wouldn't mind bubbly vote. Please give her a real overhead. Yeah. Like, genuinely, either fucking triple down on Wings of Light or just make her, like, true fucking zoning set play. Like, obviously, we have quite a few set play zoners in the game, but, like, just find something. Just find something to fucking home down on. It'd be cool if I didn't take so much of a power, but your kind kit is about stalling for Wings of Light, but looks like it's actually useless. Yeah. Or was she in Exod? She was a set play zoner in Exod. It was really weird because, like, in Exod, she zones a bit and then she does, like, a lot of mix really quickly. And she goes back to zoning. She was kind of like Bridget, but, like, less runny away, more actual zoning, if that makes sense. She was a very, very weird character, which is why I think they did what they did to her with Strive, because they, like, she used to have 2 versions of every move. They all did different things. She used to have a reversal, and she used to have, like, a bubble she could trap you in. She had so much stuff in Xrd and XX. And, like, just they trimmed so much of it off that she doesn't have anything anymore. I think Dizzy is set for something big. I think Dizzy is set for something massive. Because she has been so shit. She has been so bad since the fucking game came out. Oh my god, she has been like the worst character in the game, even after getting buffed. She is, oh my god, she's unplayable. She's so bad. I pay for it. We paid money. Dizzy is paying $5.99 to lose the game. That's insane. I don't like to be like, oh my god, any of these characters are overly weak or overly strong. Dizzy is dog shit. And I'm like, I'm tired of fucking pretending it's not. We got 2 weeks until she's changed. She's so shit. She's so bad. Like, God, they need to give us summer. They need to do something. They need to do something. I was confused how I used Dizzy when she came out. Because you're not supposed to. Like, her kit doesn't synchronize with itself at all. I get there's people that like her. I don't want her to be, like, overly changed. I don't want a new character. Don't get me wrong. Like, any of these reworks, I don't want a new character. I want them to still have the same kind of vibe and play style and way they work. But it functions. These 2 specifically, they need to function. Elphelt, you just need to be way more interesting. These 2, Venom and Dizzy, they need to find a way to make these characters function and be interesting. Because right now, they both just kind of suck. Axel's a no. I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do to Axel to make me want to play him. There's nothing you can do to Axel to make me want to play him. Unless Axel somehow becomes a teleporting left-right god that has really short normals but is super fast and does a shit ton of damage, I'm not going to play him. And if you do that, it's not Axel anymore. So, like, he's the game's premier zoner. He's the one who's, like, everyone knows he's the zoning guy. So I'm not going to play him because I don't like zoners. It's kind of that it. It's that simple. No. Yeah, let me go 5 years and then suddenly become a Faust player. Fuck no, dude. Faust is a bit of a weird one. I've had a lot of issues with this character in the past. And I think having to learn to fight Faust has made me a better player. Which is a weird thing to say, because Faust has never been, like, that strong. You know? Faust has never been top tier. Faust has always been the character that's gone about things in a weird way, and it's forced me to learn the game more. Every character I have ever played at all has had some of their main pressure tools lose to crawl. Eo's drill loses to crawl. Baiken's far slash and some heights of TKO's Ansen lose to crawl. Unika's far slash loses to crawl. Her gunshot loses to crawl. Was it Mappa Hunch? Loses to crawl? There's so much stuff over the years that anytime I'm like, ooh, I'm interested in this character, it's lost to back crawl. And it's like, this character has made me learn to structure my offense better because I can't rely on tools that hit mid because Faust players are so fucking good at ducking under them. But it's like, he has a character that's made me play better, and I really appreciate him for that, but God, I hate Faust. God, I hate this character. Zona item character. Nah, bro. Key roll. What a name. Thank you for the follow. I respect Faust players to this day, especially because, like, ooh, they've dealt with a lot. They've dealt with a lot over the years. But I will never, ever play that character. My guess is for Faust to go with community expectations is he will get a buff. And alongside that buff, 5 more things of his kit will break. Something about that buff. I don't know what it's going to be. He's going to get buffed, and something about it is going to break 5 separate things in his kit. He's going to be able to, like, quick chain an item after eating. And then it's going to break his scarecrow. Somehow. God, we really are in the fucking stinkers right now, aren't we? Okay, here's the thing. Kai, as a character, has gotten so much cooler over the years. I'm actually going to move him up a little bit. Kai, over the years, has gotten so much fucking cooler, but I don't care. Does that make sense? Like, Kai, in my brain, is no longer just, like, the stale bread, fucking white bread, no butter, plain, slightly toasted character. He's more interesting, but I can't bring myself to care. I don't really know why. Like, I think his shock state combos are so much more interesting, especially with the HDP change. Oh my god. Like, the HDP change is so much fucking fun. I don't know. I just can't fuck with him. Is it much lamer show than Soul and Unika? Yeah. I guess it is kind of the thing of, like, anything that Soul can give him, not Soul, the Kai can give me, I have on Unika. You know? Like, Unika has a bit of a stance, but then she has a lot of Kai specials as well. So it's like, yeah, I could play Kai, I guess, but, like, you don't have the funny dash cancel things that I like doing. So I'm not that invested. I don't really care. Don't give Unika more justice stuff. Fuck. How about Dragon Install? Dragon Install is cool, but I think it's a weird one. Dragon Install is really cool when it gets to be used. Like, when you're in the situation where Dragon Install excels, Dragon Install is so fucking cool. But the situation never really comes up. Like, you need to be in the orange. You need to be below around 30% HP, and you need to have 50 meter. And the problem is, both of those things are in a situation where you could either use it to keep winning, or you're losing. Like, if you're on 30% HP, and you have 50 meter, you're probably in a situation where you're not doing very well. So you need to find a safe way to activate it. And if you start winning again, there's so much you can do with that 50 meter that isn't Dragon Install. That, like, why would you use it on DI? There are specific situations where, like, you're on 30%, you get a nice hit on the opponent that's able to send them and stick them to the corner, and then you Dragon Install for safe and completely free, and now you are a stronger version of your character with a hard knockdown, and you are, like, able to spin that back through. But most of the times, you're either winning too much to be able to use it, or you're losing too much to be able to use it. The times when it comes up, doesn't really matter too much. May! Nah. May has, like, kind of what I like in a character, where she's able to get a massive hit and do a shit ton of damage. And that 5H is so fucking funny. But it's the charge, man. Like, Unga Bunga charge characters don't work with my brain. It really doesn't fucking work with my brain. If they, like, massively change stuff or she becomes super interesting, I might check her out a little bit, but I'm probably not gonna play her. Like, I can't see myself in a world where I end up playing May, Unless something massive happens, you know? Like, there's not really much to say here. It's not my kind of character. That's pretty much how it is. Same with Millia. Millia set play. I don't like the way that Millia goes about neutral, and I don't like set play that much. So I just don't really have that much investment in the character. I don't care enough to be like, I'm gonna check her out, I'm gonna see the changes and everything, because it fucking isn't my kind of playstyle. I don't like fucking being a little fly around the fucking screen and just running around being like, you can't catch me, and then when someone tries to catch me, I hit them, put a knockdown on, put a fucking tandem top on them. If it hits, I repeat the situation. If it misses, guess what I'm doing? Buzz, buzz, motherfucker! I don't really care. I don't give too much of a fuck. Nago. It really depends. So, okay. Nago's a super weird one. Like, I've never had that much of an interest in properly playing Nago, but I am down to check him out if they completely change how his blood mechanic works. Not that I don't like his blood mechanic. I think Naga's a very interesting character right now, just really not for me. But, like, if that blue mechanic adds a lot of interesting dynamics with how you go about popping and how you really go about, like, managing your blood, I might think about it. You know, I might think about it a little bit. But if it's just like, the new move makes it so you don't pop later, then we're not really going to be checking him out. Like, yeah, Nago's just not really for me, honestly. If I want my vampire kick, Slayer's much higher up on the tier list. And he does about the same damage, if we're entirely honest. It's just in a way that I enjoy more. I do hope that the Nago thing is just spicing him up a little bit. I don't think Nago's necessarily very good or very bad. I just don't think he's super interesting. And, like, since the samurai mix is gone, I kind of want them to give him something else. Just to, like, you know, just to spice it up. Not even as, like, we need to change this character because he's bad. Like, no, just, you know, it's like adding a different seasoning into the mix just to see what it is, you know? And he's getting the new move, so, like, they might be adding that. But we'll have to see. Completely over end, I am not playing Pot. This really, like, back to back has become, like, I'm not playing these characters. But, like, I don't like playing the big grapplers, you know? I like my grapplers fast, hard-hitting, and the grapple is a way to start the combo. I don't like my grapplers being strike throw, but the throw does a shit ton. Also, I'm very slow. I don't like Zangief. I don't like Pot. I don't like his name's like Ralph or some shit. I'm not really that into King. King's probably like the closest, like, real grappler I'd ever play. Because I think the chain throws are really cool. I think King's hype. But, like, yeah, I like Beowulf, you know? Like, I like Bullet. I like these kind of characters that's like, I'm really just gonna fucking fling myself at you, throw the shit out of you, and use that as a combo. So, like, I much prefer that playstyle over one big-ass buster. I don't fuck with Pot, though. I do want, on this topic, though, I do want a combo grappler. One of the things I really liked about Sol in the older games, he was kind of a combo grappler. You would use Wild Throw to go into a combo that would then set up for, like, an even stronger Oki situation. You don't really do that with Wild Throw anymore. It just sort of gives you the Oki, which, like, Wild Throw even now ground bounces, so I can go into, like, a combo, or we get a combo grappler who has a fucking command grab that leads to a combo. Which, again, is why he's here. People are like, oh, why Venom? What? Oh, is it as if he, like, plays like Slayer? No, he has a fucking combo grapple. He has a combo command grab. So if they really lean into that, then, like, we're cooking with gas. But if not, yeah, Makoa, I played Makoa in First Strike. I love Makoa in First Strike. She's so fun. Ooh, she's so fun. Robokai combo grappler. If Robokai's a combo grappler, I'm gonna eat my shoe. I'm gonna fucking hate her. Like, oh my god. Oh, God, please don't. Please don't answer my prayers in the form of Robo-Kai. Be the most poetic way. They changed it so that he doesn't steal meter anymore. Oh god, please don't do that. Misogynistic crap! Are you surprised about this one? Of course I'm not gonna play fucking Zato. Fuck this character. Piece of shit. Fucking hate this guy. My only controversial strive take is that this character's fucking broken. I hate this guy. Fuck Zato. Fuck this guy. Fuck this privileged ass fucking poser. Fuck this. Ooh, look at me. I'm so loaded. Look at my fucking, all my options that I can do. Oh, look at my fucking drunken shade that beats every projectile in the fucking game. Oh, look at my fucking repose that beats every bit of pressure in the game. Oh, look at my command grab that gives me all my fucking resources back. I fucking hate this guy. I fucking hate it. Oh, look at my fly. I fucking hate this guy. I hate Zato so much. Fucking billionaire-ass character. Fuck this guy. I hate this motherfucker. So, oh, look at my 2 supers. One of them gives me all my resources back. Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. I'm never playing him. I hope they got the shit out of him. If I never see a Zato ever again in my life, it'll be too soon. Fuck Goldlewis Dickinson! Yippee! On a real note, Goldlewis is boring, right? Like, Goldlewis is boring. I don't think I've ever met someone who's like, Goldlewis is fun. To the point where I've seen Goldlewis players say they're tempted to switch off the character because it's not fun. Goldlewis is just kinda Playing against him's pretty boring. Playing as him, I don't think that's fucking interesting. I don't really care. Like, they would have to really change this character for me to care. And I don't think they're gonna, because he's already unique. He already fills a slot that no other fighting game character really does. You know? Like, I think he's just kind of there. I would be so down for Geo getting a combo command grab, actually. If they're gonna do anything, if they give Geo combo command grab, bet. bet. That'd be sick. Testament. Probably not. Alright, my feelings on Testament is that I think they have the potential to be really cool. Like, I think the Succubus teleport shit is really interesting, and when you get, like, a cool Testament clip, the character looks awesome. Like, when fucking Testament does the, like, fake teleport to dodge an attack and, like, punishes, you're like, ooh, that's kind of sick. Ooh, that's kind of nice. You see the thing they do, like, the strike throw, where they, like, teleport in front of you and they whip that. They're like, ooh, kind of sick. The only problem I have, Testament's just corner pressure, and it's not that interesting. Like, they kind of just zone you out, shove you in the corner, pressure you in the corner, and then go back to zoning you out, and I'm like, you could be so much cooler. You know? You could be so much more fun, but I don't fuck with Testament that much. I ain't gonna be playing Testament. Sin, though. Sin? Okay. I remember when Sin came out, and I played him. I was like, I'm not gonna like this character. And I played him, and I fucking loved him. Sin is so fun to play. Sin, like, playing Sin is so fucking fun, because you just gorilla the shit out of everything. When he came out, he was dog shit, and I dropped him. But, like, he's become good, and when you fucking just, you get that fucking pressure, and you go crazy with the follow-ups, and you press your big-ass buttons. Oh, he's so fun. But God, can he be annoying. I really like playing Sin. I might go back to him. The one real big caveat I have right now is they need to do something about Eat. The food buff is an interesting idea, but I don't think it's that good. I would rather food recovered an amount of stamina. So, like, you get between like 1 and 2 bars, depending on what food you get. Because then it'd be a more interesting way to actually use it. And it harkens much more back to how he used to play. Where you would like get a fucking knockdown and then you just eat that shit. Sin also right now finds himself in situations where he spends all his stamina and there's nothing. Like, he spends all his fucking stamina and then he's a really boring mid-range character for a bit. But if you break the wall and you have 1 bar of stamina, you get a interesting choice. But that's about it. I think 1 stamina bar isn't gonna break the bank. Yeah, especially since he's losing Wild Soul. I think it'd just be a fun change. I'd like it. You know, half a bar? I still think a bar is fine. 1 follow-up, and it doesn't reset the cooldown timer. So, like, you eat it, but you're still waiting for the rest of the stamina to regen. Because the only time that you're really going to be able to get, like, a good eat, unless you're giving up Oki, is on a wall stick, right? And it basically just means that you go through the wall and you have a follow-up that you can do. Make it 2 bars, but the food is very big, and it takes multiple bites to eat. If they do something interesting with food, I'll probably check him out. I like Sin. I think Sin's fun to play. I just haven't played him that much because there's been so much other shit on my plate. And also, he was really strong for quite a while. And that just did, like, he was strong in a way that I didn't quite like. It was like, oh my god, is that 2S? Ooh. Ooh, that 2S is kind of broken. Ooh. You know, I'm gonna put her here. I'm gonna put her if she gets big changes. I've never been that big of an Ino guy. And you might be like, what the fuck? Gecko's thinking about playing Ino. That's crazy. No. I'd rather play Ino than Leo. That's why she's there. That's why Ino is there. There was like a really tiny bit of me playing Ino in Xrd. I had a really good time on that character. I thought she was really, really, really fun. And I can like understand the whole thing of like the high-low overheads, constantly mixing people that way can be really, really, really fun. I'm just not that big on the fucking hover dash, which has always been the thing that's taken me away from her. But I would still rather play her than I would Leo. Would you rather play a wacky-ass patch that was really unbalanced or a tame but balanced patch? Probably a tame but balanced patch, honestly. Wacky-ass patches get old after a week. Like, tame balanced ones feel good for a longer amount of time. Ino's a very weird one. Part of me wonders if they're going to be like, oh, fuck. There was so many Inos in the Arc World Tour. What do we do? That they, like, got her a little bit. But I don't think they're really going to do that, you know? Yeah, wacky patches would be good if we had the wacky patch for 2 weeks. We're going to be with this patch for, like, over half a year. So I want it to be good. Yeah, from the way the Arc is talking, I don't think we're going to get a wacky patch. We might get a couple of weird things, because this Arc system works. We probably will. But I highly doubt the patch is going to be, like, super crazy. And this is the bit where it hard cuts to, like, the reality of the day when everything comes out and everyone's crying. Asuka. Hold on, I need to, like, move this around a little bit. Yeah, no. I mean, okay. As I've played the game more and more and more and more, I've, like, understood Asuka more, and I've learned to respect him more. But it's the same thing as Bedman, right? Where, like, the more I play against good Asukas, the more I'm like, oh, shit. Wait, that's kind of interesting. Wait, that's kind of cool. That's a nice way to go about the matchup. I kind of like that. I would never fucking play that character, though. Like, I can enjoy the matchup from the side of fighting Asuka and not want to play him. And, like, I think that's fine. I'm very interested on his rework. I think his rework has the potential to make the character kind of busted, if I'm entirely honest. Like, there's a non-zero chance that being able to summon your staff whenever you want, mixed with, like, not having to rely on mana as much, just breaks the character. And if that happens, I'm gonna fucking hate it. I've somehow run into him the most. Nah, I believe that. He is a very interesting character, especially if you're like, I wanna play a mini game. Like, I will say, it is kind of weird, but like, I already really like round start in Strive because it's very important. So I've learned to like sort of the mini game of what's everyone's first move, what are we both gonna do, and how does that interact. Asuka takes that to like the max. You have to look at his cards and then be like, what do those cards do? Is there any that are amazing on round start? And then it's the added question of, is he gonna use that card? So like the biggest thing is Guard Crush Explosion, the big red one. That's a really good round start card. That's an amazing round start card. And you have to look at that and be like, shit. Is this Asuka gonna pull the trigger or not? And if he does, you better know how to deal with it. And if he doesn't, but you think he did, you lose. Some Asukas will know that you're gonna try and beat it, so they 6p. Some characters just aren't able to beat it as easily, so they just fucking... There's a lot of things that are interesting about the matchup. Yeah, I would never play him, but I can appreciate him. I hope the rework doesn't break him, though. If he becomes broken, I will quickly hate this character. Lucy. You're going slightly above Eno. You're going slightly above Eno. I don't really have a good reason for this, if I'm entirely honest. I don't necessarily fuck with her normals as much, but I like how fucking fast she is. And if they make it so that her combos are... if her combos are so fucking sick, then I might play her. My Netrunner's kinda homeless. She is kinda shit. I'm interested to see how they change her. I want them to buff the rest of her quick hacks. Because I think, like, Contagion and the counter hit one are just too strong. They're just too strong compared to everything else. So you never want to use anything else. Yeah, but it's, like, annoying. I want the other ones to be stronger, and I want it to just do more, like, base damage. If you take some of the damage away from Contagion and just put it on a kit so she actually can be a little bit lethal without it, and then buff everything else so she can be really fucking annoying with the quick axe, I think she'd be way more interesting of a character. I think we'd see way more interesting things coming out from Lucy players. With Blue Wild Assault, she's gone. She gets worse. If the new mechanic doesn't give her knockdown wall break, then I'm kind of screwed. I'm sure you'll be fine. Like, I feel like all the Blue Wild Assault characters are probably going to get a massive buff. Just because it was still the strong one. I highly doubt they're going to look at, like, fucking Lucy or Baiken or fucking... Maybe not Pot. I think Pot might escape. But, like, Bridget. And see these characters and be like, yeah, no, we... Like, they'll see that they're taking away a big tool from them and be like, we kind of have to give them something. You know? Nah, I think that they'll give Lucy something if they're removing Blue Wild Assault. Because, like, she's not even anywhere. That's the problem. Her and Dizzy just don't show up anywhere. So they'll probably be like, no one's fucking playing these characters. We need to, like... We gotta fucking do something. We have to do something.